Formula Ford Championship for 2018, with a championship very much on between Cameron Jackson and Ben Mitchell, both on 6 wins each coming into the meeting. And it's Jackson that qualified on pole for the first of 2 races alongside former champion Callum Grant. Ben Tusting alongside Ben Mitchell on row 2. Then the reigning champion returning, Richard Tarling 5th alongside Giselle Jennicard. Dan Eaglin next as well, returning this weekend in the Merlin though. Pierre Livingstone alongside him in one of the classic team Merlin cars. And then Clive Richards and Danny Stansel complete the top 10 on the grid. So the cars then head into the grid ahead of this first race where the championship could be decided. 4 drop scores this year for the historic Formula Ford Championship, and that means despite missing a race at Oulton Park on drop scores, Cameron Jackson has the upper hand, has a 2-point total advantage over Ben Mitchell. But as he's dropping a 20, a second place, Jackson at the moment on 4 scores, he has that in his back pocket, and therefore a win in this first race for Jackson could settle it. Both he and Mitchell have won 6 races this year, 6 second places as well for Jackson. Mitchell's had 4 seconds and 2 third places. Third in the championship, way behind, is Callum Grant, yet to win a race. The former champion Max Bartel, 4th in the championship, 5th for Ed Thurston. The other winners have been Richard Tarling and Nelson Rose. Another big grid, as has been the case for the last few seasons in the historic Formula Ford Championship. 30 cars set to take the start of the national circuit at Silverstone. We're on board with Richard Tarling. The lights go out and away they go. Tarling starting from the 3rd row of the grid then, and trying to get amongst Ben Tusting and Ben Mitchell in front. Mitchell has passed Tusting, as has Tarling, so Ben Tusting losing a couple of positions there off the start. Jackson and Grant battling up front as they head down towards the Beckett's hairpin for the first time of this 15-minute race. Tarling up over the curbs through the left-hand Kingsley. Grant there to the right-hand side. Tarling trying to go around the outside of Ben Mitchell, couldn't do it, so Mitchell is there in third. It's Jackson that leads from Grant, then Mitchell and Tarling complete the top 4. Now the slipstreaming begins. They go down the Wellington straight, a bit further back. This is Tim Bryce in his Merlin, getting the slipstream off the car in front. Goes to the left-hand side of the circuit. That's looks to be Brian Morris, who locks up and tags the car ahead of him. So a spin there, and steps from Danny Stansel. So it was Brian Morris that locked up and hit the back of Stansel's car. Looks like Tim Bryce as well had a rotation in all of that. So drama right at the beginning of this penultimate round of the season. Cars rejoining as they go into Luffield. It gets very busy for car number 50, John Roberts, in his Merlin. 17 alongside there is Danny Stansel, recovering after being collected by Brian Ross. Let's hope there's not too much damage to the Eldon of Stansel. And there's Tim Bryce recovering as well. So the 2 cars there caught up in the incident caused by Brian Morris, and will rejoin together pretty much. They'll be trying to carve their way through the field into Cops Corner. Big twitch there from Stansel, so that means Bryce tries to get alongside. John Roberts continues to battle with them as they make their way down towards Beckett's on this the 2nd lap of the race. They break later. Flash of flame out the back of Tim Bryce's car, looked pretty spectacular there, but they both gain a position as they turn their way through the Beckett's hairpin there and past Mike Wales. John Roberts is going to try and use that to gain a place himself. Down into Brooklands then for lap 2. A bit of recovery going on with Morris car, but it is Cameron Jackson that leads Ben Mitchell into the 2 championship contenders in the top 2 places. Tarling is third, 4th is Tusting, dropping away on this first couple of laps from Callum Grant, who's jumped down to 5th position. He was up in 2nd, where he qualified. Patience at fourth. The rest of the field blow their way through. Complex here. View of the RDC grandstand at the RDC clubhouse. And out of their view, down towards Cops Corner, where Richard Tarling is, and into Cops there. Ben Mitchell is trying to get the lead away from Cameron Jackson. He knows how important the lead is here. But Tarling, not worried about the championship, trying to pass them both. He was the winner getting into the season at Donington. He won the Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit as well, did Tarling, and he's going to grab 2nd place as they go through the right-hander at Beckett. So splitting the 2 championship rivals up there is number 1, the reigning champion, Richard Tarling. Tarling in the Jamin, Lola for Jackson, Merlin for Mitchell. It's 3-1 as they turn their way into Brooklands as Ben Mitchell desperately tries to come back round the outside of his two rivals there, but he couldn't manage it. Great battle up front, the whole clump of Formula Ford cars. As we've come to expect, especially around this circuit here at Silverstone on the national circuit, lots of slipstreaming available. There's Danny Stanzel, he gains another plate. He's just gone up the inside of Dick Dixon. It is Lotus, long time strike Formula Ford supporter Dick Dixon, but now he's using the slipstream to come back. You can see that in the mirror. The two cars that Stanzel drafted along there are going to try and challenge him into Brooklands, but much later on the brakes is Stanzel, and he should be able to hang on. Just in front of you, Rob Smith ahead of Danny Stout and Kevin. I think Andrew Wiggins behind the pair of them. Then it's like Harvey Sykes leading the next group of cars through Luffield. There's Stuart Dix, and Cooper just ahead of John Roberts and Mike Wales. To see how much Danny Stanzel pulls away from them before on to the next group. Here's Kevin Stanzel turning his way through Cox Corner. He'll be looking to make a move shortly as well. Going down towards Beckett with the left kick, then down again before turning into the right-hander. Corner leading you on the long Wellington straight into Brooklands. Best overtaking opportunity on this national circuit. Big slipstream provided by the Formula Ford cars, 1972 machines. And trying to find a place past into Brooklands, couldn't quite manage it though. Meanwhile, Danny though might be able to make a place up, because he's right on the gearbox of Harvey Sykes. He pulls out to the left hand side of the circuit. It's actually inside line for Brooklands, and he goes through. He's later on the brake and he makes the move done. But a bit of gap to catch now for Danny Stanzel to make up any more positions. Accelerates out of Luffield, completes another lap of the race. 15-minute races here at Silverstone, so not much time to make up positions after lap one incident. Here's Richard Tarling back to the lead battle. Right on the gearbox there of Callum Grant. These two drivers, Richard Tarling and Callum Grant, in a couple of weeks' time will be competing in the Walter Hayes Trophy in newer machinery. Here, very much in the lead battle into Brooklands. The cars dive then on this lap, and it's still Cameron Jackson that's holding on, but Ben Mitchell's right underneath his gearbox, trying to come up the inside. Tarling, Grant, Tusting, all involved in that, as well as Clive Richards. So it's 6 for the lead as they make their way through Luffield to complete another lap of the race. It's a great battle it is, a little swarm of Formula Ford cars. We had some great battles last year as well here, and all the way through the years really. A real favourite to spectator. Overtaking move happen more often than you see. Down towards Cox Corner, more returning up against the pit wall, trying to get the slipstream off the cars ahead. Goes to the outside line into Cox Corner. Trying then get the racing line through Cox, and he's got a great run there, so he's going to pass the Jimmy Ice Coffee Sports and early Mark 20 of Ben Mitchell to gain second position. Now he's on turn with the Neil Fowler Motorsport run. Lola of Cameron Jackson, but Mitchell braking later, trying to come back round the outside. He knows how important it is here. Being Jackson into that reserve of 20 points that Jackson has in his drop score bank. It means that Jackson could win this. It pretty much shows the title up for him. Down towards Brooklands, and Tarling almost had the lead there, but Jackson fights back on the inside. A great defensive drive this has been from Cameron Jackson. It's so easy to slipstream past somebody here, and Jackson is doing enough to hang on. It looks like Ben Mitchell dropped back in all that. He's dropped in the middle of that leading pack this time, so that's going to make it harder for him to come back through. But of course, it's so easy to lose multiple positions here, and that's what Cameron Jackson is being cautious about, to make sure he doesn't lose a number of positions. More than Kevin Stanzel, that looked like it was Tom Smith in the Titan that went up the inside, making his debut, I think, in the championship. And here, as good battle between Matt Wrigley and Danny Stanton. Stanton making a good recovery back through the field after dropping almost to the back of the grid on lap 1. A good toe there from Stanton, to jink out to the left-hand side of the circuit. A great slipstream he had. He almost caught Matt Wrigley quicker than he was expecting. Up the inside he goes, so avoided contact and jinked out the toe, and he has got the position on ahead of Matt Wrigley then in the Merlin. Back on board with Tarling, and he's coming up alongside Jackson here. Let's say go down towards Scott's corner. We're in traffic now as well, so that makes it more difficult, of course. Got to be very cautious when you get caught up in the back half of traffic. So, up alongside Jackson, here comes Tarling. Is he going to grab the lead here? And of course that throws the championship situation wide open if Jackson or Mitchell doesn't win this one, and through goes Tarling. So Richard Tarling leads the way. Now can Ben Mitchell make use of that? Now that Jackson doesn't lead for the first time in this race, because now it's Jackson that can get the slipstream off the others, off of Tarling, down towards Brooklands. So it's Jackson there in second, Mitchell is third, Grant is fourth, fifth is Tusting, sixth is Clive Richards, who made his debut in the championship, made his season debut as well, last time out in the Brands Hatch Indy circuit, on podium first time out, the ex-Victory driver. The field through, they're not having good battles as others, this is a good battle. Matt Wrigley tries to come back round the outside of Danny Stanton, couldn't do it. Still trying to recover after the lap 1 incident, doing a great job to do so. Qualified in the top 10, so he's very frustrated with that lap 1 incident, but he's making good progress since then. Back on board with Charlie, flying past one of the slower cars, down into Beckett. Working hard, but working harder is Cameron Jackson, who goes up the inside, but is that going to leave him prone to an attack as they go down the Wellington straight? Because Charlie is right on the gearbox of Cameron Jackson, who can get to the former more closer than they are at the moment, I don't think. So Charlie comes out of the toe, goes on the right hand side of the circuit. Jackson was doing what he was doing earlier in the race, defending the inside line into Brooklands, and it is absolutely together as they go into Luffield. As they turn their way through the corner, Mitchell trying to come alongside Charlie, couldn't do it. You've got now Ben Tusting in the Classic Team Merlin car up into 4th position. He's got himself ahead of Callum Grant, and then in 6th position at the back of the queue with Clive Richards, I believe. And then down in towards Beckett, and Danny Stanton's now past his dad, so he's got past Kevin Stanton, so he's recovery continuing for Danny Stanton. Well, we're inside the top 15 now, so this has been a really good run to get through, but Kevin's going to fight back. He's coming back alongside his son. They're absolutely level as they go underneath the vehicle bridge. The inside line for Kevin Stanton, he's in the Crosley, it's the Eldon for Danny, and he goes round the outside, carries the momentum on the outside line, and therefore his speed is carried into Luffield. Car length between the two of them immediately, and he's now going to be getting onto terms with Rob Smith. So those cars make their way down this straight. Rob Smith, who's 8th in the championship this year after a better result of 4th, but back to the front. Richard Tarling all over the curves, sideways, out over the curves on the exit of the corner as well. As we're coming into the closing stages now, the crucial point of this race, who's going to lead across the line at the end? Down into Brooklands, using the toe, the top 6 all absolutely together. Into Brooklands they turn then, and it is Cameron Jackson who leads the way back outside there. He looks out, but Ben Mitchell has dropped to the back of that queue now. He's down to 5th, so that is a real problem for Mitchell if he's going to keep the championship alive going into the final round. Ben Mitchell, to beat in the first half of the year. Cameron Jackson's been on this winning streak. He won both races at Cross, he didn't race at Oldham, but he won both races at Brands Hatch last time out as well. Looking here to win here at Silverstone, and be able to throw the title up provisionally in this first race of the weekend. Danny Stanton continues to make progress. He turns his way into Brooklands then. Goes through, Matt Wrigley stands back in his house as well. Going through traffic. Danny Stanton past Smith. lap. Now 12, 13, 14 for Matt Bigley and 15 for Kevin Stansel. Now the 4 of those lie. John Smith that far up ahead. Line, and they can take the flag as well. So it was Cameron Jackson that took the victory. That crucial defending down into Brooklands with Ben Mitchell dropping back means that Cameron Jackson, provisionally the champion of 2018. Richard Tarling took second, then ahead of Callum Grant, Ben Tusting, Mitchell fifth as I say, and Clive Richard sixth. The six of them only separated by a second. Extraordinary race between them. Ross Driver was seventh. He just beat Ted Pearson in their battle. Here, Livingstone makes the save with the season. 2 meetings to go till 9th, and just out Jennicard leading the top 10. Thompson, Dennis Stanton, Smith, and Bigley, Kevin Stanton on scoring points. The 7th win of the season, a crucial win for Cameron Jackson after a great defence to hold on there.
So the championship, of course, that gives now Cameron Jackson 7 wins.
Oh yeah, it's it. Oh,